Hey guys, for Workout Wednesday today, we are continuing on with our series of easily acquired home equipment. Today we're going to do a loaded bag workout. So what you need to do is you need to get a sturdy bag that has a couple of straps. So it could be a backpack or something like this. The straps will be eventually used to do a couple of exercises with the load on your back. But just a couple at the end. At the beginning, we're going to make sure that all the straps are tied down tightly because we're going to be mainly grabbing onto the bag, or we want to decrease the amount of distance between our hand and the load because we want to get a full range of motion from our hand to the floor essentially. So that's the straps of the bag. Inside the bag, load it with a load that is challenging, but your limiting movement is going to be an overhead press. So keep that in mind. Also, every corner of the bag should be stuffed. So what I have in here is a bunch of books, but layered over top of the books and in the spaces is a blanket. So it's nice and soft, heavy, and it's not shifting too much because all the nooks and crannies are filled. So those are the instructions. Get a sturdy bag with a couple of straps. Do the straps up nice and tight, and when you pack the bag, make sure you stuff all the nooks and crannies. So what we'll do first is we'll start with a little bit of a warm-up, and we'll just do one of my usual flow series that will hopefully warm us up. So we're gonna do an add-on with squats. So get yourself into a nice wide squat position because we're just warming up. And we're gonna do a couple of squats. So down and up with your full range of motion that you have right now. Good. Now we're going to do squat to bear plank. So squat, walk out to a bear plank, hold it there, and walk back. Good. Another one of those. Squat to bear plank. Good. Now we're going to add on a little crawl, out and back, 2 steps. So squat, bear plank, crawl forward and back. Nice wide feet, walk those hands, drop the bum, and then squat up. Another time. Down to squat to bear plank. Walk forward, crawl, crawl back. Walk those hands to the feet, nice proud chest, and then up. Okay, we're gonna go out into a plank. So squat, bear plank, crawl forward and back. Now move out to a push-up plank. Let's add a push-up in. You can go from your knees or from your feet. We're just warming up. Now crawl back. There we go. Same thing again. Squat to your bear plank. Crawl forward and back. Push up plank. Hold that position. Push up. Widen those feet. Crawl your hands to your feet and come on up. Okay, we're going to add a down dog. So squat to bear plank. Crawl out and back. High plank, push up. Down dog. Hang out here for a second or two. Just walk the dog. Now widen those feet and crawl those hands back to the feet. Good. We'll do that one more time. Squat, bear plank, crawl out and back. Push up plank, push up. Down dog. Pedal here. Widen your feet, walk your hands to your feet, drop your bum, chest up, stand up. Okay, we're gonna add in a low lunge. So squat, bear plank, crawl, high plank, push up, down dog. Okay, raise up your right leg, swing it through to a low lunge. Let's just add a twist. Hands come on the inside of the feet. Right foot comes back. Widen those feet. Walk your hands to your feet. Drop your bum. Squat up. We'll do the same thing on the left, and we'll be done. So we're bear plank. Crawl out and back. High plank. Push up. Down dog. Left leg comes up. Swing through to a low plank or a low lunge. Rotate, come back, foot comes back, widen those feet. Walk your hands to your feet, drop your bum, and come on up. Okay, so what I'll do is we've got 3 parts to the workout. I'll go through each part and we'll then go through the actual workout. Then I'll do the next part, introduction to the exercises, go through the workout, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna do an every 45-second workout. So the ding's just gonna keep going. There's not gonna be any rest time. You will transition, so you'll likely get in about 40 seconds for each exercise. We're gonna go through each section 4 times. All right, so a total of 6 minutes it works out to be. So it'll be fun. Now, front squats. So get your bag, your nice loaded bag. You're going to bring it up into a front load safely. Okay, so these transitions really matter. So we don't want to pull up and kind of get all floppy. We want to make sure we're nice and stable in the core. And you're going to grab that bag and lift it up to a front position. Now you can hold it out like so. You can hug it however feels comfortable. The closer to your body, the easier it is. Likely on your shoulders. The counterweight in this exercise might help. So you're going to get into a front position, hug that bag, and you're just going to do a front loaded squat. Up and down, nice and easy, 45 seconds though. Then our second exercise is just good old deadlifts. So I recommend grabbing onto the bag, not the handles, and feet about under your hips, and send that bum back and then up. Now, depending on how long your bag is, you may want to grip further down or hold the bottom so you get more range of motion. Down and up. 45 seconds. Okay? Then we're going to do a floor press. So you're going to go down onto the floor. I would recommend, depending on how you loaded the bag, do the heavy side down so it's not top heavy. Then your elbows are going to come out at about 45 degrees away from your torso. So not out here. That bag's going to be right on your chest. The midline of the bag should be about nipple line, and up and down. Okay? So hopefully the bag gets down to your chest each time. Try not to rest down here. Always stay engaged. Nice long neck. And I would have bent knees, feet flat on the floor, nice neutral spine. Okay, floor press. Then we're going to do a loaded dead bug. So we're going to come back to that position. We're going to stay in this high position. So center your bag, one leg up at a time, and then we're just going to lower one leg at a time. Having this load may make it easier for you to perform this exercise, as it will potentially help you properly engage your core. So those are the first 4 exercises, every 40 minutes, or every 45 seconds, sorry. And yeah, it'll be 6 minutes of work. Let's get going. So 10 seconds, we're gonna get into front squats. So clean up that bag, hug it nice and close, and here we go. Nice and easy. 45 seconds is a long time. So knees pushing out over those middle 3 toes, sending that bum back, and you'll notice that you'll likely be able to keep your chest up a little bit higher with a front squat than with a body weight or with a back squat. Keep going. Nice and easy. We're still just introducing load to our movements. Good. Send that bum back. We're going to be transitioning into deadlifts. I'm going to grab the bottom of the bag, of my bag. Again, you'll have some transition time. Feet underneath your hips, bum is sent back, nice neutral chest or spine, and nice neutral neck too. So we don't want to look up. We don't have to for these. You want your head and neck to follow the rest of your body. Try and get your full range of motion. And then when you're coming to the top, squeeze your bum. Think about being tall instead of sending the hips forward. Okay, we're going into our press. So again, bottom heavy, not top heavy. Slow and controlled down. Elbows are coming out to 45 degrees. Nice long neck. Now you'll inhale as it comes down, exhale as it goes up. Whenever you're fighting gravity, exhale. And then we'll get straight into our dead bugs. All right, leave that bag up there. One leg comes up and then the other. Find that neutral spine. And one leg, then the other. Modification, bent leg makes the lever, the resistance arm shorter and therefore easier to maintain form. Or we can do straight leg the whole way down, is your most difficult version. Depending on your weight and your ability, you could even do, that's a little heavy for me, but you could even let that bag go overhead. After this, we're getting straight back into those front squats. All right, up we go. Okay. Send that bum back. Nice proud chest. Now that we're sort of warmed up, you can start, I don't want to say go fast, that's not the key here, but definitely put in a little bit more work. So this is round 2 of 4. Okay, deadlifts. Transition to a hold of the bag. Again, feet right under hips. Nice tall finishing position. Nice controlled bottom position. Well, I need to adjust. Send that bum back instead of tipping your chest forward. So the bag should graze your thighs and shins the entire way down. Instead of you tipping forward and lifting out this way, you want to maintain equal pressure on your foot, each individual foot, the whole way through. So you're not sitting back on your heels, nor are you tipping over onto your toes. Okay, all right, down we go to floor press. Again, remember bottom heavy, nice long neck. Inhale, exhale. Don't forget to breathe. Full range of motion each time. Maximum benefits. Okay, transitioning to dead bugs soon. Leave that bag up there, one leg, then the other. Start with your knees beyond your hips. So closer towards your head than, say, in a 90 degrees. This allows you to begin in a more neutral position, in a more hip-friendly position. Push that bag away from you. Maintain activeness in your upper body here. And making sure you're not flexing or arching that back as the legs come down. All right, back up to front squat, round 3 of 4. Okay, inhale as you go down, exhale as you come up. Full range of motion. You can go down past 90 degrees. Please do it. Okay, switching over to deadlifts. Again, hips, feet under hips. Nice tall finishing position. Bum goes back. Your weight is distributed nice and evenly over your feet. And your head and neck follow your spine. So you don't need to look up for this particular exercise. There's a time and a place where you need to know where you are. But for now, we'll maintain neutrality. 3, 2, 1, into your press. Okay, 45 degrees away from your bod, up and down, full range of motion. Almost there. Okay, hold that bag up, one leg then the other. Lower down with control. Push that bag away from you slightly to remain engaged and active in your upper body. Almost down in round 3 of 4. All right, up we go into our front squats. Hold that bag nice and close. Send that bum back, and same with the deadlifts. You want to feel like that weight is distributed really evenly in your foot. But you're not lifting up your toes as you go back, nor are you crunching them over to stop you from falling over, so that your heels aren't lifting up. Last 5, 2, 1. Transition to deadlifts. Here we go. Think tall. And if at any time during this workout, of course, if your bag shifts or doesn't feel right, please stop, pause, and re-jig the bag to suit your needs. Last 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the floor, into your press. Set those elbows, position the bag appropriately, and then press it up. This is the first time I've used these textbooks in a while. I'm glad that they're good for something. Keep going. Last round of these. Squeeze the bag if you want for a little added pec engagement. All right, keep that bag up there, one leg then the other. Always get yourself set before you begin the movement. 1 second to set yourself rather than rushing into the movement is going to be a lot more beneficial, because you'll be able to start off in the proper position and have a more quality movement. So again, push away, and maintain a spine that doesn't do too much moving. We want to control that part. Almost there. All right, and break. Okay. So round 2, we'll have a little break while I go through the exercises. Same setup, 4 exercises. One of them is going to be right and one of them is going to be left for a lunge. And we're going to play around with some cleans. So a clean is a way to get something off the floor up to about shoulder height. So we're going to clean the bags up. So first one's going to be a clean with an alternating right and left reverse lunge. So you're going to grab the bag, and I suggest sort of flipping and rolling it up. So instead of throwing it up and catching it, you're going to start on the ground. That bum's going to go back. You're going to drive with your legs. So it's just going to be a deadlift motion, except it's going to be more powerful. And you're going to roll it up, hold it, reverse. Come back to standing, down. Roll it up, other side. So you're going to clean it up to a reverse lunge, back down. Clean it up, reverse lunge, back down. Okay, that's 1. Number 2, we're going to do a hang clean. So it's not going to go all the way to the floor. You're just going to have it about here, and your hands are going to be about knee-ish height, just above. And then you're going to clean it up here, and you're going to press overhead. Back down, clean, press, back down. All right, so it's a hang position. So again, the power is coming from the hips. Bring it in, keep it nice and close to your body. You don't want to swing it out. And then you press overhead. Get that head out of the way rather than leaning back, okay? So it might be a little cumbersome depending on how fat your bag is. Next one, you want your you're going to be using your straps, but you want them to be relatively tight, so you've got a very small gap between your hand and the bag, because you're going to do a single arm row to a single leg deadlift. We'll do let's do an ipsilateral movement. So you're gonna come down, row up, deadlift. And you're gonna stay on this side and deadlift. So you're gonna row and deadlift, okay? So from the side, so we're gonna do one side for 45 seconds. And then we'll switch to the other side. So those are our 4 exercises. All right, here we go. Starting in 10 seconds with our floor clean to reverse lunge, alternating left and right. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Come up to that standing position before you let the bag down. All that power is coming from that hip extension. Now when you go back into your lunge, you don't need to be on a beam, as I always say. Use both legs to help you. That back leg is there to help you. Excuse the baby crying. Not mine. 5 seconds left. Let's do one more. Good. Now we're going to do that hang clean to overhead press. Hang, catch it, overhead, whoop, and down. So I'm going to grab the middle of the bag because I found that first one was top heavy for me. So halfway down with your deadlift, power up, push, overhead. Again, keep that bag nice and close to the body. 5 seconds. Good, okay. Twist those handles, get a nice close grip, get into a single leg deadlift or a kickstand deadlift position. Your knees are matching. You're gonna bend down, you're gonna row, and then you're gonna come up. So you can, if you want, do a free leg. I would say for the row, maybe place the leg down, and then you can come up. So I recommend do the kickstand version. Row, come on up. If you are full of balance and control, and you can do this with good form, go ahead with the free leg. I will likely stick with the kickstand. So that back foot, that back toe is just there for balance. Okay, switch sides. To revamp the handles. Okay, row at the bottom, nice flat chest, and deadlift up. Send that bum back. Shoulders are still above hips, but you are approaching parallel to the floor. Your elbow, when you row, is nice and close to the body. The bag may force you out a little bit. That's okay, as long as you're not way out to the side. Next time you go traveling, you'll be in good shape. Okay, 3 seconds, and we're going back to the clean to reverse lunge. Here we go. Flip that bag up, floor clean, get into good position. Lunge. Down. So you're creating a shelf with your arms for the bag. And again, nice tall position at the top. We don't want to come backwards to load the bag, nor do we want to try and load the bag down here and stand up. So think about coming up to a nice straight position and then into your lunge. Last one here. Good. I'm going to grab the middle of the bag, come to a hang position, hang clean, press. Again, nice tall position. I've got some shifting of stuff, and that's okay. You roll with it. More real life. Good, we got 10 seconds here. Let's get a couple more in. And then we're cinching up those handles. Okay, twist up those handles. And we got our kickstand deadlift, ipsilateral load, so loads on the same side of the leg that's stabilizing. Row, deadlift. Again, always to a nice tall position. So you can do a nice bum squeeze at the top. That will may prevent you from doing any hyperextension in your back, which often tends to be people sit back like so when they do deadlifts or tops of the squats. So think tall. Again, just like with the other deadlifts, you're feeling a nice even weight distribution over your entire foot. So I call it a tripod foot. Okay, switch sides. Adjust again if you need to. And here we go. Make every movement intentional. No need to rush through. But once you get the pattern, as long as you maintain good range of motion, you can try and increase your volume by adding a couple of reps in if you so desire, or you slow down if you feel your form is fading. Okay, we got 5 seconds. Switching back to the floor clean to reverse lunge. Okay, go ahead. Get yourself set first. Nice proud chest. Explode up. Shelf. This is round 3 of 4. Think about power coming from those hips, exploding up. helping that bag fly up into your arms. You're not muscling it up with your arms alone. Last one. And down. Okay, regrip if you need to. Come to a nice tall position. Get down to the hang. Then come up and press. I muscled that one up. A little regrip in the middle. So come down, explode up, and press. So move again, move that head out of the way instead of arching back. This one is a little bit cumbersome, but we're going with it. 3, 2, 1. Tighten up those straps. Okay, here we go. Ipsilateral load. Right leg, right arm. Row up, stand up. Good, 10 seconds. Exhale, inhale. Okay, switch sides. Here we go. Left leg, left arm. So it's an inhale here, exhale here, inhale down, exhale up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All right, there's the pattern of breathing. Nice and slow so you don't feel like you're breathing too fast, all in control. Last 5 seconds, and we're on to our last round. 2, 1, all right, here we go. Floor clean, get set, reverse lunge. Explode up and shelf. Nice and tall at each top position. So finish that clean before you get into the lunge for this one, just so you know you have control of the bag. And again, use that back leg to help you. Okay, last 5 seconds, one more rep. And finish. Grab the middle, bring it tall, come down to hang, chest to press. So explode that bag, even just with that tiny hip hinge up to your shoulders, and press that control down. On the way down, is just as, if not more important, than the way up. Control down. 3, 2, 1, last clean. All right, tie up those handles. Right leg, right arm. Start standing tall. Down. Row. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So as you go down into the deadlift, inhale, exhale as you row up, inhale as you come down, exhale as you stand up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Last 10. Feel that even weight distribution in your foot. And switch. Last one for this round. Here we go. Switch my hands. So feel a nice weight between the balls of your feet and your heels. So it's like a triangle. Again, that tripod foot. Send the bum back. Nice even hips. Try not to rotate as you're going down or you're lifting up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, last one. So you take your break. Now this one, you'll want to undo the straps if they're tied together, or utilize your backpack straps. For the first one, we won't be using it, but then we're going to throw it on our back and do some reverse lunges. We'll talk about torso positioning, and then we're going to do a loaded plank. So we'll talk about that in a second. But first one's going to be another row, but we'll do bilateral, so both arms. So you're going to row twice. So again, to start this row, start tall, send the bum back, arms just dangling down. Then you're engaged, nice long torso. Row all the way up to your chest and back down. Make sure those elbows aren't coming out to the side, that they are quite close to the torso. So row twice, then you put pressure on your bag, push up. Then come back up, set here, nice long torso, row twice, push up. So we'll continue that. Then the next one is you're gonna quickly throw the bag on like a backpack. So again, transition will be interesting. And for me, this bag sits back this way. So I'm going to actually hold the straps closer into my body to bring the weight close to my body. If you have a backpack, you're probably set. Then we're just gonna do reverse lunges. And we're gonna just do one side the entire 45 seconds and then switch. So it'll be a lot. With your torso, you'll likely want to do a little bit of a forward lean, and that's okay, as long as you're not rounding and that you've got a nice long spine. Don't forget to utilize your back leg, and I come just above the ground. Don't let that leg or that back knee touch the ground. And again, always making sure that that knee is not tracking to the inside. It's going straight over those last 3 toes. And then finally, the loaded plank. Now I encourage you to take breaks in this one, because 45 seconds is a long time, even for a plank that's done well without load. So you can either take a break in a modified position or come back into a full rest, but just try and accumulate as much time as you can. So that backpack is on, hands are right under your shoulders, feet are out, nice long body, and you're holding. So it's gonna be hard. So if you find that you're starting to lose form, either come to your knees, I'll likely have to do that, and then you can come back up once you've reset, or come back for a full rest, and then try and join in again and accumulate as much time as you can in that 45 seconds. So I don't expect you to go through the full 45. That's a lot if done well, and being really conscious about what's going on in your middle, in your base of support here, in your core. So if you feel like you're losing it, and this is happening, or this is happening, reset yourself and load up again. It'll be tough. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with the 2 rows to push-ups. 45 seconds, same format, 4 times through. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, row up from the ground. You can do that too, as long as you're in a good position. 2 rows and to a push-up. Of course, modifying the push-up as you need to. So I'll do a couple modified versions. You'll already be elevated on the bag, which is nice. So you can obviously come down to your knees. Or also, if you can, go down for full plank, put your knees down and pop up on your knees for the way up. If the full version isn't accessible for you. likely the bag will keep your shoulders in a good position. Okay, break. So now we've got our backpack. So we've got a small transition here. Okay, here we go. So reverse lunge, we're not alternating. We're staying here on one leg, utilizing both front and back. Slight forward torso lean, and if you need to, be sure to bring that bag closer to your body, depending on your type of bag. Nice, let my knee touch there, but don't go that far down. I'm going to add a couple more seconds onto this leg before I move to the next, just to account for the transition. I encourage you to do the same. Okay, and switch. And then after this, we're going to that loaded plank. I'll do some 15 countdowns so you know the time. Just like the other movements too, with these lunges, try and distribute that weight evenly over your front foot. So you're not back on your heel, nor are you over on your toe too much. 3, 2, 1. Okay, come down into that plank. Hands under shoulders. Really make sure you've got good position here. Ready? 10 seconds in. For 15 in. Squeeze that bum. Nice long neck. Push the ground away from you. 20 seconds. For the last 15, I'm going to go down to a knee version. Here we go, last 15. Partly because I know I've got 3 more rounds, but also because I was starting to fail slightly. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, unload that backpack right into those double rows to a push-up. So again, with those push-ups, as I've mentioned before, those elbows aren't going past 45 degrees away from your body. They're either close to your body or they're out to 45. Your hands are right under your shoulders. That's for happy shoulders. If your elbows are going way out like so, you're putting way too much pressure on that shoulder joint. All right, backpack. Again, we'll count for the transition time. Okay. So exhale. For exhales, you come up. Inhales, you go down. Nice and controlled. Five, 4. Well, actually, yes, we'll count for transition. Sorry, we'll go a couple extra seconds on this side. Okay, and switch. There we go. And then we're into that plank again. Now you can try elbow plank, of course. That likely will be a little more difficult. Let's give it a try. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on down. Let's try for the elbow. You may want a little extra weight or padding, on your elbows. Okay, that's 15 down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Try not to be too high. The weight might actually keep you honest with sinking or being too high. Okay, last 15. I'm gonna go up to a high plank. Push that ground away, nice long neck. 3, 2, 1. Okay, take that off, right into your rows to push up. Round 3. So every time you come up from that push-up, set yourself in a good position before you lift that bag up. So that means you've got a nice long spine, you're not rounded, your bum is lower than your shoulders. Four, 3, 2, 1. Transition to backpack mode. Ah, that was a fast one. Keep that range. Slow it down if you feel like you're cheating. Five seconds. We'll switch on time this time, unless it took you longer to transition. Okay, switch sides. In which case I'll tell you at 40. There, that's 40 seconds left to go. Puppy. This is Glenn. Hey, puppy. Okay, into our planks in 3, 2, 1. All right, down we go. Dealer's choice. Okay, that's 15. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last 20. Last 15. Push into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got last round. 2 rows. Set yourself before you lift into a push-up. There we go. $15 seconds, and we're slinging that bag onto the backpack. Again, before you start your push-up too, make sure you're in a good position. All right, fling on the backpack. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Nice tall standing. Last 10 if you did a quick transition. I'll make up for a little bit of time on the other side. Okay, that's 45. I'm going to switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. the last round, you guys. Last 10 seconds and then into the plank. 3, 2, 1. Okay, down we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one. Push the ground away, nice long neck. Slight chin tuck. Eyes are forward, about a foot over your fingertips. Sorry guys, no timer that time. 15 seconds left to go. Last 10. And done. All right, there's our loaded bag workout. Whew, I hope you enjoyed. It was challenging. You could do it a couple times and play around with your load.